So for today's card, I decided to use some of my Echo Park. This is from the For the Record collection, which is part of their 2000 collection, and sadly it's really hard to find now. But anyway, the point was you don't need specific Valentine themed papers to make love or Valentine themed cards. I just went through the collection and picked out the more, like there's some red papers and some black patterns, and then there's this little like newsprint type pattern, and I thought those would work perfect. So I pulled out some of my, these are the Marvy Clever Lever punches. They used to be all the rage like friggin' 5-6 years ago, before Spellbinders and all the dies came out. I got rid of all my punches except for these heart-shaped ones, because they're a different shape than like the Spellbinders and whatnot. Plus they just make things quick and easy. So I took a variety of punches, like the big pink mega heart, the blue, is that the super jumbo, and then the yellow extra jumbo scallop punch, and just punched out like a variety of heart shapes from the different pattern papers I'd chosen. And then once I had those, I pulled out, this is a Martha Stewart, it's like a little heart cluster type punch. I picked that up at Michael's a few months ago actually. And then I had this tiny little EK Success heart punch that I think I picked up at like Walmart or somewhere. It was just like a couple dollars. So once I had a variety of hearts punched out, I inked up, this is the love stamp, and this is from my All About Love sentiment set. And I inked it up with Brilliance graphite black ink, stamped it onto the largest newsprint heart, and then I inked up the I and the U, which are separate, so you can use them with a variety of different fonts and whatnot. So then ink those up, again all with the Brilliance graphite black, stamp them onto the heart, and then it was just a matter of gluing them onto the cardstock. And this is Stampin' Up, it used to be called Craft, I think it's now called Crumb Cake cardstock. And then I'm just adhering all the different hearts just kind of randomly along the right hand side using my Tombow Mono Multi. I kind of had a little bit of a layout idea in mind, but mostly random. So glued all the hearts into place, and then I added some, this is the Twinery Charcoal Baker's Twine. I was going to tie it in a bow, but then I had another idea, so I just wrapped it around the cardstock and then just taped the ends in place on the back. And then I was going to use the Twinery red, but it was way too dark, like their maraschino red, so I pulled out my Doodlebug Ladybug twine, and it was the perfect shade of red to go with the pattern paper. So I cut a small piece and then tied it in a bow around the black cardstock. So I kind of thought that turned out really cute. So again, once I got the bow the way I want it, trim the ends with my scissors, and then the plan was to put the main heart on dimensionals above it so it pops up a little bit more. And I was going to do the same thing with the little scallop black heart, but I didn't like the looks of that, so I just used my Mono Multi again and adhered that into place, and then used some dimensionals on the back of the large heart. And then that's all there was to it. This is such a quick and easy card. Perfect to give to a guy, so it's a good masculine Valentine's Day card, because it's not all pinky and flowery and you know what I mean. So I chose a white cardstock card base, so I taped the back of the Twinery twine so that my ATG adhesive would just glide over it smoothly, and then just adhered that to the white cardstock base, which is just the CC Designs 110-pound cardstock. That is my favorite cardstock for card bases because it's really heavy. So then the card front is done, and then the inside I wanted to keep fairly simple, so I just took a scrap of the Crumb Cake cardstock, just a strip of it, with the plan to adhere it on the left side of the inside of the card. And then I just punched out another variety of hearts from the same pattern papers, just the scraps that I had left over. Just completely random. And once I had several of those punched out, I wanted to stamp another sentiment onto another one of the newsprint hearts. This one says Be My Valentine, and it is from the All About Love set again. So inked it up with the Brilliance graphite black ink, and then it's just a matter of adhering the little strip to the inside of the card and then getting the hearts laid out the way I want them. So really, all in all, this card took about 15 minutes to make, and that was with me fiddling around with the layout and whatnot. Once you have everything to go, like to recreate the card, it'd probably take maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes max. Super simple and easy to mass produce. So yeah, I quite enjoyed making this card. I hope you guys enjoyed it as card 1 of my Valentine series. And as always, links to the supplies I use and everything else will be provided in the description box below. I'm linking everything on my blog now just to make things quicker and easier. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video.